Do you own a V8 Land Cruiser, either the mighty 200 series or one of these guys, the 70 series? It's my favourite, but there's one thing in common, a V8 engine. Now today's video, it's all about charge air temperatures and how to make your engine more efficient, and it's our intercooler kit. It's a DIY, easy kit, all in one box. So let's show you what's in the kit and why we've designed it for you, easy to fit at home. So let's get over to the workbench. Your fan kit has arrived. So, charge air temps. Some people say, I don't need to worry about it. Have you ever monitored them? Scan gauge 3 or a 2 or any OBD device, you can check out the charge air temp in the back of the factory intercooler. EGTs, do you know what your vehicle's running at? And also coolant temperature. Have you ever looked at it, watched it go up and down with what you use your vehicle for? Now the best way to assist in making the engine more efficient and lowering the EGTs and running temperatures is to get the coolest possible charge air temp, and that's from the intercooler. Now when I say charge air temp, there's a sensor in the back of the factory intercooler, and today's video is about assisting the charge air temperature and lowering that so your engine runs more efficiently. So this is why we've designed the fan kit, and it's to optimize the charge air temps to stay at the ideal point. It's just like on a hot day, the car feels lethargic, and on a cool night, the car feels responsive and it's sharp, and when you accelerate, it just feels nice. So the fan kits are going to keep the engine in a more efficient point, so the intercooler and the charge temps, they all stay lower, so you get the optimum output out of your engine. So we've done all the hard work for you, and we've produced a really great kit here. How we've done it, with 3D scan the model, we've designed it in CAD, it's then gone laser cut, CNC folded, and like always, all made here, right in Australia. We've coupled that with the best fans with the most airflow and low noise, and then we've got a wiring harness that's the easiest DIY. It looks complex, but it is super easy for you to fit at home with the highest quality. It's got Deutsch plugs, IP rated, connects straight into your fan, easy as. It's got all the great hardware, terminated to a battery positive, loom already made, earth, this guy right here, the controller. We aren't putting the thematical probe into the factory core. I don't like doing that. I don't like anything risking damaging the intercooler core because we don't want to put a hole in it or damage the fins. This guy, easy mounting, a loom with one simple connection to ignition so it knows what to do. Also, the loom has an extra input should you wish to run a switch in the cab as an upgrade. It's up to you. Now, how easy is that loom to fit to your kit? And it is a true DIY. One box, open it up, fit it in your garage, driveway or workshop. So let's run you through each component. Color picture instructions, as you can see, really simple, clear pictures, and it comes with our technical support should you have any questions. So when I talk about the harness and how easy it is, you've got 2 Deutsch plugs, 1 power connector, 1 earth and 1 ignition pickup, and it's as simple as that. The wiring is done. And a comprehensive fitting kit that doesn't see you jumping in the car, having to go down the hardware store. Okay, so how do we keep it cool? The 10-inch Spal fans, they move the highest volume of air on the market that we can fit possibly under your bonnet. Check these guys out. They're all made on and mounted to a CNC bracket that bolts directly to your intercooler. Also, you can upgrade to a PWR intercooler, and the kit still works with that. They turn on ignition over thermatical control, and they are soft start. So main battery is a little bit flat on a 200 series, and you go to start the car, the fans don't turn on and take that last little bit of reserve out of it, and you're stuck with a flat battery, because I've been there with other kits, and this one, you don't have that problem. And it also, audible noise from these guys, they are super quiet with, like I said, the highest volume of air to keep your charge air temps right down. Okay, this isn't a picture frame, it's the dress cover that mounts on top of the fan kit. It is critical that the bonnet seals around here for maximum airflow that comes through the factory ducting to also assist for the fans to get the cool air from outside of the engine bay. You don't want to be putting hot air within the engine bay, you want to be sucking it from the outside. So that bonnet seal is very important. The kit's designed to get a perfect seal for your underbonnet duct. This seal here is very important that it seals on the top fascia, so it's sucking cool air through all the ductwork from the front of the vehicle. We've even got Shim kits so that we get the stack height perfectly so that everything seals, and all of the air that's coming from the front of the car, the cool air, goes over the intercooler, not the air sucked around from the hot air within the engine bay. The last thing you want to do is just circulate hot air. You want to get the cool air from the outside of the vehicle. If your factory seal isn't great, all you're doing is moving hot air from the engine bay over already hot intercooler. Now, we've coupled that with a Shim kit that works. Because we've 3D scanned it, we see the differences in intercoolers, and like I mentioned, it fits a 70 and a 200 series and the PWR. This bracket here fits the thematical controller, and as you'll see here, we've got adjustable holes, so it fits all those kits. And the intercooler, the fan kit, isn't bowing across the core. It sits nice and flat, and we've got a quality foam in there that you're not getting metal to metal from the fan kit to the intercooler. So we talk about the seal to the factory intercooler cover. As you'll see here, the seal runs along here, and it's got a step down for the bolts. And that's why we use the lowest possible bolt, and the stack height is perfect for airflow. Now, the 200 series, that's this duct here, and as you can see, it relies on the seal around here, these deflectors, to push the air through by getting forced up the ductwork. Having the fans there, we're pulling the air through, and we're pushing the cool air through the core. And now as well, that foam seal, we're making sure we're pushing the air all the way through the core, so we're getting maximum efficiency and cooling capacity out of the intercooler. And like you've seen on my vehicle, I'm running a PWR, but the kit is also designed to work on the factory intercooler as well. So whether you've got a factory intercooler or a PWR, our fan kit will fit your vehicle. Okay, so you've got a 200 series. Let's talk about the airflow and the path it takes from the front of the vehicle. The factory duct is right here, but guess what? I've got a spotlight right here. The duct comes down here. There's one on this side. There's one on the driver's side of the vehicle, and now it relies on that duct to pick up through the factory grille. If you've got a bull bar, you're even restricting it even more because you've got a post here or deflecting the airflow. It comes through this duct. It relies on this seal. Now, if you've got a battery kit or you've got something, you've cut that trim, you're just letting more airflow escape from the path that they've designed from the Toyota engineers. The air has to go through this thin little duct, come down, and like I mentioned, relies on these factory deflectors to push it through the core. Now that needs air speed to do that. Upgrading with the fans, we've got that solution ticked off, so you're going to get maximum airflow. 70 series, let's show you how it gets its airflow. Well, it's pretty straightforward. It's got a bonnet scoop. All the airflow goes straight in here. Let's show you underneath and how important that seal is, that the bonnet scoop actually works properly. Okay, as you can see, I've got an upgraded intercooler, but some principles in here I want to say, still got fans underneath, and once again, that seal is super critical that it seals to the top edge of the intercooler. No matter what you're running, that seal needs to touch the intercooler, otherwise all the air is escaping off the back of the intercooler. So check it out on your car and make sure it seals properly so you get all the airflow that's coming in. It's efficiently cooling your charge air temps on your intercooler. Temperature sensors in your 70 series and where they're located. Ambient temperature, if you've got a GXL with a clock, right here. Intake temperatures to the turbos, MAF sensor is reading that right here. Intercooler charge air temperatures that feed the intake after the turbos at the back of the factory intercooler. EGT sensors, first one in the dump pipe if you've got a DPF. 200 series sensors, this is where they're at. Ambient temperature sensor right behind the grille. Intake temperatures, MAF sensor right here. Charge air temperatures once again in the back of the intercooler, like I showed you before on the 70 series, same location, similar intercooler. EGT sensors, dump pipe underneath in the exhaust system. Okay, install video coming soon, but you know what it is, you know what it does. Install video up next, but see you on the track, stay cool, and I'll see you out there.